And welcome
to Nightmare Nation,
a paranormal-themed podcast where we talk about haunted places around the world.
And scary things.
And ghosts.
And demons.
And horror movies.
And witches.
And possessions.
And demons.
And seances and cults.
And Ouija boards.
Yes. And especially Ouija boards in the sense that we tell you not to use them.
Don't do it.
Because it's dumb.
Dumb.
You don't need demons in your life.
Or the devil coming into your life.
No.
But you know what you do need?
Alcohol?
A Blue Devil cocktail.
I was right. Yes.
Which will be on our craft cocktail cult. Craft. Did I say that right? Craft cocktail cult?
Craft cocktail cult.
Oh, it's like the first time I did it.
Way to go. I'm so proud of you.
That's our drink tonight.
Yeah, we're sipping essentially straight sugar.
Yes.
And we had to make some improvisations because we were lacking essential ingredients, so...
And that's what I'm really good at.
Anna...
is mixing bullshit together in hopes that it tastes good.
And sometimes it does, and sometimes it's just
okay.
Other
times it's like, Anna, what the fuck did you just mix in my drink?
So usually this is happening after several drinks have already been consumed.
And I'm just like, I'm a happy bartender. I'm like, I'm going to make the best drink in the world. Let's pour some of this in here. How about some of this? Ooh, I got this. Let's pour a little bit of that. A little bit of sugar.
Did I tell you?
Stir around.
Did I tell you I pulled a U at my book club like cabin weekend? Did I tell you about this? So it was peach crown. So like peach flavored crown, like whiskey or whatever. Tequila. And Sprite, and then, like, a squish of lime juice, because there was, like, a half-used lime sitting on the counter, so I just squished it over the top.
Oh, no! That sounds like a terrible combination!
And I was already, like, semi-wasted when I did this, so it seemed like a great idea. And I, like, go outside, and everyone's like, Annie, what you got there? I'm like, well, it's peach crown, tequila, and Sprite. And they're like, oh, God. What did you do?
Tequila and rum.
But it wasn't rum.
Or is it a dark liquor?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Yeah, you don't mix dark and white liquor together.
You know, drunk me thought it tasted okay, but even drunk me was like, probably won't do that again. Probably don't need to repeat that recipe. I was like, this is very much an Anna. I just took whatever was laying out and dumped it.
We need to, tonight, try Coke and red wine.
I think I've tried that before.
Have you?
Yes. It's very interesting.
My coworkers say it's the best shit ever.
It's
not.
I mean, it's like punch-ish, sort of. I don't know.
Is it like a sangria?
Kind of, yeah. I think I've had it once or twice because I remember reading about it online and everyone's like, it's really good.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And I'm like,
no.
I mean, We should try it.
Okay.
We'll try it.
Okay. We'll tell you how it is next week.
Yeah,
and then maybe that'll be our craft cocktail cult.
Craft cocktail cult.
That's what I said.
Yeah. It'll be our craft cocktail cult cocktail.
Wow.
We need to pick a different name. This is too hard.
We can't. We have committed to it.
Anna and I did another work day today. It's the best.
These work days are just
You should always have your best friend come over and work remotely from your house because...
Especially when you're working from home. Why work at home alone?
Yes. And I got a change of scenery, got to get some space from my husband. As much as I love him, we literally have not been separated for more than like 2 hours in the last 9 months, except for when I come to work at Anna's place.
Oh, God. Yeah. I think Ben and I would cut each other's throats.
Honestly, it's been going well. We haven't had any major falling out yet. But it's nice to have some space. I think I mentioned that last time we talked about this. Yeah. And we got to watch horror movies all day.
It was the best. We watched some really freaking weird movies.
We watched, what was it,
Pure?
Which I thought started out terrible.
But ended very good.
I thought it picked up some steam in the later half, and I really think that when the movie was trying to be scary with like, ooh, the creepy thing popped up in the corner, it wasn't scary. But the actual, so for you guys, if you want to watch it, it's a concept of these girls go with their fathers to a purity camp.
Fathers to a purity camp.
Where
that's fucking
the
weird.
Male priest is telling all these women to save their bodies and how their fathers should essentially be like the protectors of their daughters' bodies. And they have to sign a purity contract telling, like, committing to their father and to God that they won't, like, kiss anyone before they get married.
Yep.
And shit goes down at the end, and the women essentially are like, fuck this is stupid, and fight back, and I found that very cathartic.
Yes.
I enjoyed
great.
it. What else
It was
did we
very
watch?
strange, though. We watched that...
The Midnighters.
The murder one.
Yep. That was called The Midnighters. It was not really horror. It was just kind of like thriller. Everyone wanted to kill everyone because money was involved.
But it was only $50,000.
Right. I know. Like, freaking,
so
is that
like
worth
nothing.
Killing your family for
right?
$50,000? That's like chunk change today.
Mm-hmm.
And
ridiculous.
Then Amityville Awakening.
Amityville Awakening. It's a new Amityville movie.
From 2017.
Where a family goes and lives in the Amityville house, and their brother is on life support, and then weird shit starts happening. And
gets possessed.
Yeah, it was strange. I mean, not what I was expecting.
No, and I didn't feel like it was particularly scary, but I thought the acting was good.
Yeah,
like, it was, like, production value was decent.
And I mean, they had some known actors and actresses in it, so that was kind of cool.
My favorite being McKenna Grace, the cute little baby girl.
Yeah,
she's so cute.
So cute.
And she's in the Conjuring movies.
That's perfect.
And she's so cute.
And then I made Annie watch Selling Sunset on Netflix.
Oh my god. You guys.
I fell in love with this and literally binged watched it 3 days in a row.
Like, if you're gonna act
oh
if you're gonna be a professional, fucking act like a professional. Like, what
your
are you
name
what are you doing?
It's gonna reflect bad on me when
I just, like, why do I have to, like, say, like, change what I'm gonna say because of other people's feelings? Like, you guys, that is this TV show.
But it's great.
It's the worst. It's the worst.
Because you see these girls selling $5 million houses. Their commission is like $200,000 that they make in one day.
It's ridiculous.
Fuck.
Yep.
But the drama is great because it's not in my life, and I do like drama.
You like to observe it.
I don't like it when it's mine.
Yeah.
Because then I just get fucking pissed off.
I've said this before, and I'll say it again. It's like a car crash where it's horrible, but you can't take your eyes off of it.
Exactly.
You can't look away because you're so insanely, like, interested in what's going on,
yes.
even though it's terrible.
It's perfect, though.
Yeah.
So
well, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I told her that we would only watch an episode, and then we watched 3 episodes.
3? Oh,
I think we got.
Well, we were also, like,
3.
making bullshit cocktails.
Yeah, we're making our really awesome beverage, which actually turned out well.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
Better than I was expecting it to be.
Same.
So, but we'll talk about that.
Yeah, sneak peek. It contains Capri Sun.
Yes.
So if that's any indication,
it's an adult child beverage.
Yes. Best of both worlds.
Perfect. Oh. Put it in a little pouch and you're good to go.
Yeah,
it's great.
So that was our day today. I hope you enjoyed that recap of everything we watched.
It was just the greatest day ever.
It was good. And now we're recording here another one of our favorite activities. We're in Anna's closet again.
My closet again.
It's the best.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to talk to you about a very, I feel like, different place than what we normally would talk about. I don't think we've really covered anything in this genre yet.
I don't think so.
So, guys,
where are we going?
So let me tell you where we're going.
Tell me.
We're going to the Denver and Rio Grande Railroad Depot.
Oh, that's such a long name.
It's very long. I'm going to probably screw it up a few times. I'll probably abbreviate it.
Or just call it the depot.
Yeah, the depot.
The depot.
The building, that place.
That one?
That one place.
That houses railroads and cars and shit.
Fun fact, my grandpa worked for the depot in St. Paul, Minneapolis.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
St. Paul Depot.
Yeah, where they like flood it and turn it into an ice skating rink. Yeah, so he worked there for like his entire career.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah.
A little grandpa.
He was the station master.
Oh, station master.
Yeah.
Oh, cute.
I know. I think that was his title, but anyway.
Gramps.
One Grampy.
Oh.
Fun fact about me.
Fun fact.
So, I'm going to go over the history of this historic depot.
Historic depot.
Yes. And my sources are Deseret.com.
Ooh, I think I did that one.
Oh, nice. There was a long article written by a guy named Mark Haddock that I referenced a few times.
Thanks, Mark.
Wikipedia.org and Utah.com,
Our Wikipedia.
Yeah, we're back to Wikipedia. It lasted all of one episode. I didn't deny it. I knew it was going to happen.
I know.
So,
all right.
In the early decades of the last century, before jetliners and automobiles replaced rail travel as the preferred means of transportation, the Rio Grande Depot, which is the shortened version of the long-ass thing I just said, was a hub for travel in Utah. So essentially, by 1906, railroad tracks covered most of the state, and trains were coming and going through many of Utah's towns, hauling freight, mail, and passengers.
I personally would rather travel by train
than airplane. Traveling by train is fun.
I hate planes.
You don't like flying?
No. I hate them. When we went to Italy, that flight was god-awful.
Okay, to be fair, that was like one of the worst flights. And I've flown a lot. You know me. I go all over the place. But like, that is literally one of my worst flights in memory. No, we had such bad turbulence.
It was bad. We were stuck on there for like 8 hours. We couldn't get up. The food wasn't awesome.
To be fair, we had also been stranded in the Atlanta airport for 24 hours previously.
We were just done.
A full 24 hours. God. It was the worst.
That trip.
Okay. I don't even know how we got on that topic.
I got us down that topic.
Okay. So yes, lots of freight, mail, and passengers coming and going from Utah's cities, but Salt Lake City, as the capital, had the most heavy traffic. But at the time, the depots that the city had were kind of small and like falling apart and ramshackle, so they weren't really equipped to handle the amount of people and goods that were coming and going.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So the Denver and Rio Grande Railroad Company proposed to build a modern depot in downtown Salt Lake City. So built in 1910 at a cost of $750,000, which is more than $18 million in today's money.
Jesus.
So it's kind of like opulent, or at least it was very fancy at the time. So the depot is located at 300 South Rio Grande Street and was the pride of the Denver and Rio Grande Western Railroad. It was designed by Chicago architect Henry Schlacks. Anna just took a sip of her drink.
Why you gotta fucking do that to me?
Almost spit it out everywhere.
The most ridiculous name on earth.
Henry Schlacks.
I take a drink right before.
Honestly, it's not that bad compared to some of the names we've talked about.
Some of the names we've talked about have been absolutely ridiculous.
It could be Schlacks, but I think it's Schlacks.
I like the second one.
Schlacks. Schlacks. Maybe it's super German. I don't know. So Henry Schlacks was best known in Chicago for his design of churches, but he also designed the depot for the railroad. So it was the most modern and completely equipped Union passenger depot of its size in the country, and was specifically intended to surpass the nearby Salt Lake City Union Pacific Depot, which had been built the previous year for $300,000, just 3 blocks to the north. So what's interesting about the other depot is, like, they built it, and then the Rio Grande company was like, no, we're going to do it, and we're going to do it twice as fancy for twice as much money, and we're going to do it 3 blocks away just to be assholes. So apparently these two...
That sounds perfect.
Yeah, so... Have we talked about Raising Cane's?
Yeah.
Fried chicken, but yeah. So I told you we got it.
Raising Cane's.
I told you we got it for the first time a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, and you said it's average.
I didn't think it was average. I thought it was like good, but it wasn't.
But not like, oh my god, Raising Cane's!
Like, oh my god, every time we go by there's at least 25 cars waiting to go through the drive-thru. It's the most insane line I've ever seen for a drive-thru in my entire life.
Don't you guys have one down by Burnsville?
It's in Lakeville. No, Apple Valley. No, it's like on the border of Burnsville and Apple Valley. So what I thought was funny about it is that it was literally across a parking lot from a KFC. And what's hilarious is every time we've driven by, so like our bowling league is right next to there, so we drive by it all the time. Mm-hmm. And the Kentucky Fried Chicken is always just like freaking empty. There's like 1 car getting food. And then fucking Raising Cane's has like 9,000 cars, like all the way around the parking lot, out to the street, down the next block to the traffic light. It's like freaking 35 cars. I kid you not. It's insane.
Obnoxious. I mean, I would take Raising Cane's over KFC.
Totally. I totally get that. I thought it was pretty good. But, like, is it worth waiting in a line for, like, an hour to get freaking fast food fried chicken? Like, I just felt bad for the KFC people. So that's what this reminded me of, where they, like, specifically built this, like, much nicer, much better, like, train depot, like, 3 freaking blocks away from the other one to be like, suck it, bitches. Yep. Ours is better.
There was a restaurant in Virginia. It was called Cookout. And it was when Andy was living down there. For those of you who don't know, Andy was my ex. Okay.
Surprise.
So, and it was like a burger shake place. Mm-hmm. Every single night, that line was out of the drive-thru and, like you said, like up the road, and people would wait hours.
That's insane.
To get it. And the food was good, but it wasn't the greatest.
That's how I feel about Raising Cane's. Like, I had no problems with it. I liked the Texas toast. I thought the dipping sauce was great. The chicken was good, but, like, it wasn't any better than any other really good chicken tender I've had elsewhere. Like, I just felt like it was good. Like, it was good food. I'm like, why are people waiting so long to do this?
People want them chicken tenders.
They want chicken tendies.
They so good.
Tendies. That's gross.
Ooh. So we had this guy who came by who had a meat truck. And
what? Meat truck?
Yeah, he was selling, like, steaks and chicken and, like, selling them in bundles, and they were all, like, frozen in nice packages.
God. Like the ice cream truck?
Yeah,
but with the meat truck.
Meat.
Oh, my God.
So Ben bought chicken from him. The chicken is absolutely delicious. And we got chicken tenders. The most delicious chicken tenders I've ever had.
Oh, my gosh.
We deep fry them.
I was going to say, how'd you cook them?
Holy bananas. So good.
There's a difference in the quality of meat then.
Yes. The meat, it's those chicken breasts are delicious. Please.
So yeah, there's essentially this like weird pissing contest, dick measuring thing going on between these two railroad companies that are like, I'm going to outdo you and
Sounds
be better
right.
than you. Yes. So the depot was built with elements of Renaissance revival and Beaux Arts. I don't know what those mean, but they sound very French.
So fancy.
The high arched windows at the center were originally installed with green glass to keep the waiting area cool.
Ooh, that's pretty neat.
It's super
Look at
neat.
them being like ahead on the times.
Yeah, seriously.
Shit.
The depot included a barbershop, a restaurant, a men's smoking room, not women's, men's smoking room.
Bastards.
The women got a lounge.
Of course they did.
There was also...
Because women's smoking is not elegant and it's not ladylike.
It's too hot on their dainty and fragile lungs that just can't handle it. I don't know why I got a weird accent when I did that. But I did.
Yep. Stupid.
There was also a telegraph office and a souvenir and snack bar.
Oh, I like snack bars.
I love snacks.
Snacks are my favorite.
The best. The architecturally elegant building brought not only pride to city residents, but also brought prosperity to Utah in numerous ways. So essentially, they built this amazing depot, and all these trains start coming through town. They're able to accommodate more traffic, and everyone, of course, who's visiting comes off and, like, spends their money in the town and essentially drives the economy. So new shops, restaurants, and hotels benefited from the increased number of travelers to the city, and the expanded rail lines opened new trade markets for Utah's entrepreneurs. So the depot actually played kind of a big role in the development of the city itself.
Nice.
Which is cool. So unfortunately, the two stations, the Rio Grande Depot and the Union Pacific one that was just 3 blocks to the north, mirrored the fierce competition between two rail barons. So George Gold was the guy who owned the Denver and Rio Grande Western Railroad, and then the Union Pacific one was owned by a man named E.H. Harriman. So unfortunately, in the end, Harriman won this kind of long-lasting rivalry that they had because Gold squandered his family's fortune on a rail line from Salt Lake City to San Francisco to compete with Union Pacific. So the line was completed, but the expense, $75 million,
Jesus,
sucked the family fortune dry and ultimately cost him his empire.
Oh, damn.
So kind of after this, the Western Railroad line kind of fell into a little bit of, I don't know, it wasn't used as much and it started declining. And then especially as like highways became more popular, the whole rail travel just declined in general.
Right.
But while it was in its heyday, the main Rio Grande line ran through Carbon County and Grand Junction, Colorado, ending at Denver. Spurs, which are I guess another type of train line, ran to local mining areas and to Ogden, providing major competition for Union Pacific in the Intermountain West region.
Oh.
Whatever that means.
All right.
Yeah. I sound so smart when I read
so
things that I copy-pasted from other articles. So I thought this was interesting. The depot was also a central point in shipping off soldiers to war in both World War I and World War II.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so it's kind of, they were all traveling to Salt Lake City as like the hub of travel, and then they would all ship out to the war from there, which was interesting.
Interesting.
So the Rio Grande operated the train service for almost 70 years, but on May 29th, 1979, the Rio Grande Zephyr took its final passenger run, the only non-Amtrak passenger train still operating in the United States at the time. So if you guys don't know, Amtrak is another major railway company. I actually rode a Amtrak train from Wisconsin to Chicago when I was in college for a conference.
Oh, it's cool.
It was fun. Like you said, train travel is kind of cool.
Yeah.
It's fun.
You go so fast and you get to see so much, like, backwoods and stuff.
Well, and you have so much more space.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to be cramped to this, like, little itty-bitty seat. And there's, like, a dining car. And you can go, like, order drinks at the bar. It's fun. It's a fun experience.
It's so much better.
I'm actually taking a ferry from Wisconsin to Michigan next summer for a wedding.
Oh, that's fun.
And I'm really excited about it. It's a 4-hour ferry ride. And I'm like, they have a bar. And they have tables where we can, like, play board games and play cards and stuff. Because I'm going with girls from my book club. And I'm excited for that.
That's awesome.
Anytime I don't have to fly, I'm a happy camper.
Yep.
So, the depot was listed on the National Register of Historic Places in 1975.
That's so cool.
Just like every other freaking place we talk about.
Yeah.
The state of Utah purchased the depot in 1977 for, guess how much?
$10.
$1.
Oh my God. Seriously?
You were so
I
close.
was just pulling that out of my ass.
You were actually very close.
Oh my gosh.
$10.
That's ridiculous.
No, $1. I don't know how that happened. I didn't really find a lot of detail on why that was the case.
Why couldn't I get that?
I know. I'll buy it for $1. I would live there.
Seriously?
It's amazing.
Gosh.
So the building is currently home to the Utah State Historical Society and its research center, the Utah Department of Heritage and Arts, as well as the Rio Gallery and the Rio Grande Cafe. So part of it was converted. So part of it was converted into an art gallery, which I think is cool.
That's neat.
So
cool.
that's the history of the depot building.
Oh, the depot.
The depot. The depot.
The depot.
The depot.
You know, when the depot has a long-running history and was used for World War II travel.
Are there scary things that have been seen there?
You know it. That have been seen.
That have been seen, are being seen, will see.
One of those.
All the possible tenses.
Every of it.
Yeah. Every of it.
You guys, our English is really good.
It's really good tonight.
It's awesome.
Yep.
This place is haunted, of course.
Duh.
My sources are onlyinyourstate.com, ghost.hauntedhouse.com, explorearticle.blogspot.com, and the Deseret.
That was my guess as to how it's pronounced.
Deseret.com.
I guess I don't know.
Deseret.
Desiree. That was a really attractive face.
I know. The station shut down operation in 1947. And around that time is when the hauntings and apparitions started to appear.
Oh, so like right when they shut it down for like commercial service.
Yep.
That's interesting.
The most famous ghost at the depot is called the Purple Lady. Many people have reported seeing a woman wearing an early 1900s dress who is typically seen in the women's restroom, but can also be seen in the cafe and the second floor of the station. She is said to be wearing a large hat and a long dress that is dark purple. She is said to be beautiful, but looks sad.
Oh, no.
You'll find out the reason why.
Oh, great. I can't wait.
The most detailed occurrence happened in 1992. A woman entered a bathroom and felt a very cold and disturbing presence. When she turned around, standing in front of her was an angry woman in a purple dress sitting on the couch.
Ew.
Uh-huh.
She's just pissed.
Just pissed and hanging out in the bathroom. So the story goes that the woman and her fiancé were at the depot because her fiancé was departing for the war, World War II, and they got into an argument because her fiancé wasn't in love with her anymore.
You dig.
Yeah. So in the heat of the moment and the heat of the fight, the man took her engagement ring and threw it onto the tracks.
Oh, no.
Sobbing, the woman went down onto the tracks to find the ring and looked up and was hit by an oncoming train and died instantly.
Sweet Jesus. That's so sad.
So how do you feel, guy?
Yeah.
Huh?
I hope you're happy.
You asshole throwing her fucking engagement ring on the tracks, then she dies.
Also, don't jump and look for stuff on train tracks.
Right? That's the dumbest thing ever.
Or, like, check for incoming trains before you do that.
Exactly.
Like, oh, no.
Don't be dumb. There's also a security guard who used to work at the depot and said that there's an invisible entity that walks around the mezzanine. The guard said that he would hear footsteps on the mezzanine around the same time every night. He would try to race up to find who was walking around up there, but no one was ever there. So one night...
One fateful, stormy, dark, blustery night.
He decided he wanted to be fancy and hide up in the mezzanine to wait for who was up there and to catch these little bastards who were just chomping
around.
Tramping around.
You little tramps. Well, yeah, one of those many words.
Yes, who's causing trouble up there. He heard footsteps approaching him, but did not see anyone. Then he felt someone brush up against him, and the footsteps faded away as if the person was walking away. There's also an apparition of a man that is seen walking around the first floor balcony and lobby area. Mm-hmm. So I'm assuming it could have been someone from like World War II, and that's just where their soul is.
Or a local who just really likes trains.
Yeah.
He just likes looking at trains.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It'd be perfect.
Yeah.
There's another apparition that is seen frequently. It is that of a worker who helped build the station. So he was killed in a terrible accident when he was working on the tunnel between the station and a nearby power plant. The ghost has been known to move things around and play pranks on the employees and patrons.
We love a ghostly prankster.
Kind of ghost. There's a security guard that went down to check the cellar one night, and the lights were flickering on and off by themselves. And when he was in there, he felt the presence of an unknown entity, and the lights stopped, and the feeling was gone.
Ooh. Mm-hmm. Spooky.
I know. That's so scary.
It's so scary.
Then the cafe manager, Colleen Murphy, said she noticed lights coming on their own at night in a locked room at the bottom of the north stairwell.
Ew, no, bottom of stairs.
Yep.
No, just lights turning
just
on.
Lights turning on.
I don't like that.
You don't know like who's down there.
I don't
Someone's
like
just
stairs
hanging out around the corner.
Ugh, gross. Something about like stairwells.
They're creepy because you don't know what's around the corner.
I know. I don't like it.
It's awful. Or the ones that are like the grady stairwells. Mm-hmm. Or stairs so you can see below you.
Yeah, and then there's like gaps in between the steps. I'm like, someone's gonna freaking reach out and grab my foot.
Yep.
Or I'm gonna trip because there's a freaking gap between your steps.
Yep.
I hate those so much.
Ben, on his when we first started dating, his apartment, he had those steps.
No.
And it led upstairs, and they were the worst. And we had to move him out of there.
Oh God, on those stairs.
Yes.
Terrible.
Ben, it was awful.
Do better.
Yeah.
Pick a better apartment.
Well, we're here now, so.
That's true.
This 10 times better than where we've been.
Yes, I like this apartment.
Me too.
Okay.
So she has also claimed that she has been locked out of the building on multiple occasions late at night with no explanation. Them ghosts be locking her out.
That's so rude. Just to like be like, I'm gonna make you look incompetent, and maybe you'll get fired for locking yourself out of the building 100 times. Like,
sucks
rude,
bitch.
Yeah.
The bathrooms are also said to be haunted with people hearing singing coming from the ladies' room at night when no one is there.
Singing in the bathroom.
Heck yeah.
Where did we cover that? Like someone thought that like someone was like Al Capone was singing in the shower or something. What was that? No, it wasn't Al Capone. It was someone else was like singing. Or was it Alcatraz maybe?
It could have been.
Maybe it was. I think maybe it was Alcatraz where someone thought that like one of the criminals would like some famous crime lord would like to sing in the shower.
Probably. That sounds about right.
Yeah, I can't remember.
I mean, Al Capone was treated fairly nicely.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, he was.
You know, there's that. There was also another occasion where the faucets were running full force and they refused to turn off. So they tried to turn them off and they wouldn't budge.
Ooh, it's like my worst nightmare is like accidentally flooding a place.
Yeah, right? So the hostess ran out to ask for help and they got a guy to come in and help turn them off. So they grabbed a plunger. I don't know why they decided to grab a plunger.
Of all things.
To try and shut off a faucet.
Okay.
But they barely touched the top of it and it turned off on its own.
Of course.
Yep.
Again, making people look foolish.
Exactly.
Like, I need help, it won't turn on. Okay, now it turns off.
I promise they weren't turning off.
These ghosts are assholes.
I know. So there was a ghost hunting group.
Okay.
Their name is the Ghost Hopping Team.
The Ghost Hopping Team.
Ghost Hopping Team.
I love that. That's so cute.
I just picture like little bunny ghosts
baby
popping around.
Hopping. Cute.
So they're a local investigative team. They came in to see what they could experience and catch on film. So during their investigation, they used what they called a puck. And that takes changes in the atmosphere and converts it into answers. So it's like the Ghost Adventures team, I can't remember what the name of it is.
They have that thing that like says words?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's that little box that they use that says words, and I'm assuming it's similar to what this one is.
It's like dictionary box or something. Like I can't remember, but I know what you're talking about.
Yep. So they were by the women's restroom, and they asked how many spirits were there, and it gave back 7. And that was really the only spot that they felt kind of like on the main floor and got any other type of Puck information or like words or experiences.
7 is a lot, though.
Yeah.
That's a good number of spirits.
Right?
Yeah.
And so as soon as they stepped out of the elevator, they were going down to the basement. As soon as they stepped out of the elevator, the Puck spit out devil.
Ew.
And moments later, it showed screw living.
Screw living?
Yup.
Like, fuck you, alive people?
Yup.
Whoa. That's aggressive.
I know. Got some
Screw
aggressive
living.
spirits. It also spit out drug slang, including dime, speed, and compound.
Oh.
Then read traffic sees dollars. So they're assuming that there was some sort of drug trafficking, something going on.
Through the depot.
And that someone may have died.
Okay.
Because of the drugs.
That seems like a logical conclusion based on the words that were spit out by the thing.
Exactly.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know if how
the
much
hidden
of that is
Utah
true.
Underground drug community.
Drug cartel.
Yeah, thank you. I was like, there's a word for a ring of drug lords, and I don't remember what it's called.
I gotcha.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So the Puck also showed the word, I think it's cesium, during the session, and the basement used to house a paleontology lab where cesium was used.
What? That's so specific.
Yeah.
That almost feels like bullshit to me.
Yeah, I don't.
It's real specific. What ghost is going to be interested in what they study in the paleontology museum?
Right?
Like, cesium.
This is so fun. Ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Yep. They also caught 2 light anomalies on camera that appeared and disappeared on screen as they left a utility closet they were in. And then they also ended up using a spirit box. So it's a thing that goes around on all the different
radio stations. I love spirit boxes.
Yeah. And they pick up all sorts of different words. And they asked if the spirit was still there, and it said yes. Then they asked if their remains were there, and the device said yeah.
There's a dead body.
So there's a dead person somewhere in this place, and we just don't know where or who or what it is.
Interesting.
So
creepy.
That's so fun.
Maybe it's the dead body of the drug person.
Probably.
It got buried in the freaking room with the lights turning on in the stairwell.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
So
I'm so smart. I should get paid to be a paranormal investigator.
You should.
Yeah.
We both should.
We should start our own I'm sure there's a Minnesota paranormal chapter.
Yeah.
We could go be ghost hunters.
We know enough about it.
We do.
We'd be perfect.
I know enough buzzwords to sound like I know what I'm talking about.
Exactly. I've done so many paranormal investigations.
Yeah.
All of them.
So many EMFs and EVPs and
thermal imaging.
Cold spots.
Yeah.
Yep.
I got it.
We can fit right in.
I know what to do, guys.
Yeah. So this is really exciting, you guys.
You guys.
Because
we finally
have a story.
We have a story. I'm so excited for this.
It has been practically peeing her pants.
Oh my gosh, so long since we have gotten a story.
It has been a while.
Please send them in. We want to know. Okay.
So thank you so much to the lovely lady who sent this in.
Yes. So she sent this in via Instagram message. She said that she listened to our first episode, I think last week, and obviously said that we wanted stories, so she sent one in.
Thank you so much.
And it's
we
so
love
great.
You.
So Eva C. Newsbomb. I am so sorry if I pronounced that incorrectly.
We'll just call her Eva.
So Eva, thank you. So she says, I have a story. I have never truly told anyone this experience because I'm not sure if it was just my imagination or if it was real. Did you read this?
No. I saved
Oh, yay!
I don't know this.
Oh, this is so exciting.
I wanted to be surprised.
This is so good because this is literally my worst nightmare to happen. So I'm just going to read this verbatim. My mom and I lived in this huge house because it used to home my sister and brother who are 10 and 8 years older than me. They moved out when I was about 8 to 10. So before they moved out, I had the smallest room and it was the only room facing the woods. Never got a lot of sun and I never felt safe in the room. I never spent a lot of time there. I was always in other parts of the house. One night I was looking in the mirror and I was young and just getting into fashion. So I was trying different outfits on and looking at myself in the huge mirror I had in my room. I looked down quickly and looked back up, and there was a young girl sitting on my bed.
Fuck no!
Yeah. That's like my worst nightmare.
I don't like
And I told her this afterwards. I was like, every time I go to wash my face at night, I'm terrified to pull the towel away and someone's going to be there.
Yes, or like closing the freaking medicine cabinet.
Yeah.
Thankfully, we don't have one in our house, but if we did, I'd be like, oh my God,
it's fucking terrifying.
Yeah, it's the worst.
Ugh.
So in my house growing up, we had this, so my bedroom was at the top of the stairs, and it was like right at the landing. So if you just turned a little bit to the left, my bedroom was right there. So from my bedroom door, and the way my bed was, is I could sort of see into the hallway and down the stairs.
Oh, like, yeah.
And the stairs were like at an angle. So the first part came up, and there was a little landing, and then they angled to the right, and then they went up again. So I could see as far down as essentially like that first landing. And my parents thought it'd be a really good idea to get this giant freaking oval mirror that hung.
Oh, yep.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So they hung this big ass mirror on the wall where the landing is. So from my room in my bed, if the door was open, I could see a reflection in that mirror. And I can't tell you how many times I freaked myself out because I would look up and I thought I saw something in that mirror.
No!
Like from my bedroom. I was like, this is not okay.
That's terrifying.
And like literally I had to sleep with my door closed because I hated that freaking mirror. It was the worst. And I would always be really scared when I'd go to be like going up to get in bed, because you like come up and you can't see the mirror, and then when you turn to go up the rest of the stairs, the mirror's behind you.
Yep.
So I'd always like go up the stairs and then I'd quick run to the top and look in the mirror behind me to make sure nothing was there. It was just the worst. I hated
That's adorable.
it. It was the worst place to put a mirror.
Oh, little Annie.
Yeah, it was freaky. And like not so little, like through middle school that mirror freaked me out.
That's
like,
so funny.
Yeah.
Gosh.
So little girl in the mirror.
Little
That's
girl
terrifying.
in the mirror. I don't remember the fine details, just remembering her staring at me with long black hair.
Ugh, of course.
Yep. I freaked out and ran outside of my bedroom. I'm pretty sure a month after, I moved into my brother's old bedroom that was right next to mine. I never went back in. I always kept it closed.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Yep.
I wouldn't go back either. Screw
no.
that.
Little kid just chilling in my room. Fuck no. You don't know what she's doing to you at night.
No, she's going to be poking you and pulling the sheets off.
Exactly.
Trying to possess you.
Seriously. And now I never look into a mirror too long. Seriously. I walk around the house while brushing my teeth. I go to different mirrors around the house to check outfits. I'm terrified, and that was 15 years ago, and I still remember it.
That must have been really a powerful thing to see then. Like, it wasn't just like, I thought I saw something out of the corner of my eye.
It was no, I saw
If she's still freaked out 15 years later, that's gotta be, like, a legit...
Well, and especially being so young, that
sticks
puts
with
an
you.
impression on you.
Yeah, it does.
Like, shit, that's... No.
Ew,
that's
so
terrifying.
Spooky. Well, thank you so much for sending that in.
Thank you, Eva. I appreciate it. We appreciate it.
Your
Seriously?
Nightmare Nation community appreciates it. So
amazing.
Good job.
So good.
Send in more stories, please.
Send them in, please.
NightmareNation19@gmail.com.
Heck yeah.
Okay, so now we get to go to this amazing bullshit cocktail recipe we alluded to at the beginning of the episode. It wasn't that bad.
It's really not that bad.
Okay.
So I was trying to search for recipes today, and I was asking Annie, what should we make? What should we make? So it's 3:45.
I wasn't being very helpful.
No. She was looking at houses instead of looking for drinks.
Yep.
So I just found a drink. I wanted to make a jungle bird drink.
Yep.
But we didn't have everything for it. So we'll make that on another episode. So I was looking for what I have in my closet. So I was like, let's search for Bacardi and blue Curacao.
Curacao. Blue cacao.
We
As we
literally
like to
go
call
through
it.
this every single time we make a drink with blue Curacao.
We can't say just blue curacao. It has to be every possible combinations of curacao. Curacao.
It's great. Because I just love blue drinks. I don't know why. I love blue Curacao.
Yeah, they're just so
it's my favorite.
Refreshing and appealing to look at.
Yeah. And this is the simplest drink that I could find. I didn't have one of the ingredients in it, so I was going to substitute it, and then I didn't have that ingredient. I was like, oh, fuck.
We had to get real creative.
What do I have? I don't want to walk to Quick Trip, so that's where the Capri Sun comes in.
So it's supposed to be orange juice, right?
Yes.
And we didn't have that.
So it's supposed to be orange juice. I didn't have it. Ben drinks juice in the morning, and he had a Tropicana strawberry something.
Which probably would have been fine.
Yeah. And that's what I wanted to use. And then I saw that he drank the rest this morning. I was like, shit. And then I saw we had Capri Sun pouches. I was like, Annie,
we're doing this.
Do you want to try some Capri Sun? She's like, yeah, sure. I was like,
yeah.
Okay, cool.
Oh, I was like jazzed about the Capri Sun suggestion. Yeah. I was like, yeah. Let's do it. It just makes me happy that in general that you have Capri Sun on hand.
Well, because Maddie.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
There's a child in your life.
And yes. I mean, Capri Suns are delicious anyways.
They are pretty delicious.
So it's fine. We got to choose between 3 flavors of either fruit punch, Pacific Cooler, or strawberry kiwi.
We went with Pacific Cooler.
So
that was my contribution to the drink. I picked the flavor.
She did.
Yes.
So this is called the Blue Devil, which I think is very fitting for a podcast our craft cocktail cult.
Yes. Well, what's also fun too is it's not all that fun, but we got our first snow of the year today in Minnesota. And so we were like all cold and kind of miserable. And then this drink turned out kind of a cool shade of blue.
Yeah.
And then there's some sugar dusted on the rim that kind of looks like snow. And I was like, it's like a freaking little Arctic blizzard cocktail.
It's the cutest little thing ever.
So it ended up being very fitting.
It was. It was perfect. So your Blue Devil is going to start again with a low ball glass. Otherwise, you can have a high ball skinny glass. Mm-hmm. You're going to use, I just used water. You can use, the recipe calls for lime juice. So you either squeeze lime juice or put water onto one plate, and then you put powdered sugar onto another plate so that you can rim your glass.
Just like margarita salt.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly. So then in your cup, you're not going to shake anything. In your cup, you're going to put 1 ounce of Bacardi, plain Bacardi rum, or any clear rum of your choice that you like. So it's 1/2 ounce of blue curacao. Curacao! And then it's supposed to be 1 ounce of orange juice. But use some Pacific Cooler.
Pacific Cooler Capri Sun.
Capri Sun.
In the house.
Shit's delicious.
Yeah, it turned out not bad.
It's so good. Mm-hmm. So pour 1/2 ounce blue curacao. And then your 1 ounce of orange juice, Pacific Cooler. You could try other juices. I mean, I feel like it's a pretty simple, basic beverage.
Yeah,
that
you could
sweet. Kind of do whatever you wanted.
I feel like any other sort of sweet substitute, but it'd probably be good with like lemonade. Yeah. Like you could probably do a number of things.
Oh, damn it, I have lemonade.
Oh,
we should try that.
Yeah, we can make it later.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, so excited.
And then we thought that you could also add Sprite to it if you wanted to.
Sure.
If you want like bubbles or more sweet. And then you just put a couple ice cubes in there, and then you can garnish with a slice of lime. Or if you're like me and have moonshine-soaked cherries that are
disgusting.
Fucking god-awful.
Don't buy them.
You can garnish with that, because that's what I did in our picture, and it looks so cute.
They taste like cherries soaked in paint thinner.
Yes.
Like, that's not an exaggeration.
It's terrible.
You might as well have soaked them in like a $6 handle of Kharkov.
Pretty much. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, it's gross.
It's disgusting.
There's like a little bit of cherry flavor, and the rest is just paint thinner.
Yep.
So
you
I
get
wouldn't
the cherry
recommend
flavor
it.
right at the beginning.
Yeah.
And then
shit. And then shit. So nice as a garnish though.
Yes.
Even though we still ate them.
Yep. Because alcohol.
So but guys, that was your Blue Devil.
That is your Blue Devil. Send us in any recommendations or alcohols that you want us to try and recreate with.
Yeah, if you have a favorite recipe, let us know so we can share it with everyone.
Heck yeah.
Sharing is caring.
Because we love trying new recipes.
We do.
They're a favorite.
You know what else is really good to share?
What?
Personal stories of paranormal things that may have happened to you.
Hell yeah.
Or recommendations on places you'd like to hear us talk about. We've got a bunch of good recommendations from our fans. So if you have a place you'd like to hear us talk about on the podcast, please let us know.
Let us know. Send it in at nightmarenation19@gmail.com.
Or check us out on social media. We have Facebook, which is nightmare_nation19, or the Instagram, nightmare.nation19.
And, you can send us messages on either social media platform as well.
Yes.
Because that's what they're there for.
We like to talk to people, so don't be shy. Just say hi. Let us know what you think of the podcast. In fact, rate, review, and subscribe if you could. Yeah. That would be fantastic.
I typically respond to most of the texts, and I'm a really nice person.
Anna's super friendly.
And I really like using emojis and exclamation marks.
She does. She gets real excited with punctuation.
I get so excited with punctuation.
That's Anna, favorite. By the way. I'm Annie.
Hey, at the end of the podcast.
We remember.
All right. Solid work.
So that's who we are.
Oh, shit.
So talk to us. We want to talk to you. Yeah. And until next time. Please don't use a Ouija board.
Don't fucking do it.
Do not do it.
Just don't do it. Stay safe.
Until next time.
Friends.
Bye.
Bye.